Hey, hey, looks like I got a good signal, but now I'm losing light. Ah! Here, y'all can watch the little solar, hey there, Mama Dog. I'm talking to you from the mountains in North Georgia. Whoops, I forgot to turn on Do Not Disturb. I apologize for that. Hey, thanks for the hearts. Hi, Melody. Hi, Catherine. I thought I had more light, but I don't, so we'll talk quickly. But you can see a little bit around here. I'm sitting on the porch of our little cabin. Hi, Marcel. We still have light in the sky. Hey, Hubster. I was trying to get down to the stream earlier, but I didn't have enough signal. And I just wanted to talk to you real quick this evening before it gets completely dark because... Hi, Paint Witch. Hey, everybody. I talked a little bit earlier about living life by being a conduit, like setting your intentions and stuff, but also leaving it open that Spirit may have different plans for you. I thought of a good book that talks about that. He actually has a lot of books. Oh, love you too. That's our little dog, Buck. He's not ours, but we've adopted him. Sorry it's so dark. I actually thought there was more light out here. Let me see if I can turn the camera around. Stephen Pressfield, if you haven't read his books yet. Hey, there I am. I wanted to show you just real quick. The War of Art. Stephen Pressfield is the one you want to read first. He talks a lot about blocked creativity and how he doesn't say the word God, he doesn't say the word spirit, he calls it his muse, and he talks about the importance of showing up for your artwork, and whatever your art is. It's such a great book. I love his books. The whole point of it is to show up and to not get super fixated on where you think your story should go, and that's the story of your book or the story of your life, whatever your story is, whether you're selling house insurance or oils or business stuff. And again, for those of you who just joined, I've got a terrible habit of forgetting to turn on Do Not Disturb, so apologize for the dings. So War of Art, it's not expensive. You can get it on Kindle. It's a pretty easy read. It's deceptively easy. It's actually a really deep book. So showing up, picking your path, but not getting locked in on what you think that path is going to wind up being. Because if you don't know by now, and you should, you set your goal, but your path it's circular and winding and twisty. It's not step-by-step linear like we'd like it to be. The next book after War of Art is Turning Pro. Also Stephen Pressfield. These are all Stephen Pressfield books, obviously. And once you have decided you're going to commit to a path, you have to turn pro if you're going to make progress. And turning pro means showing up every day and treating your own life as a professional. So you get hired to do a job, and you do that job to the best of your ability. And sometimes we don't transfer that professionalism to our own personal projects. So if I'm marketing my art, or my oils, or my Desire Map workshops, or any of the billion things that I do, I've got to treat that marketing as if I had been hired to do that job for someone else. So I have to provide customer service to the people I'm talking to, even if they're not technically my customers yet. I have to treat the project as a professional. Be on time, make the commitment, do the work that's needed to see the project succeed. So, I guess, yeah, just Turning Pro. I mean, his titles are pretty good. They sum it up. And then the last book I'd recommend of his is Do the Work. Just do it. So you read War of Art, then you read Turning Pro, and they're all right here. And they have to be translated from your mind to your daily work. So that means the practical stuff of putting things on a calendar. We have bats out here. I'm very glad to see them because I don't like mosquitoes. Using your calendar and setting Wednesdays at 10, I'm going to write a blog post. Thursdays, I'm going to do a Periscope. I do Periscopes on Monday. Now I'm going to start doing them on Wednesdays too. I think the Wednesday topic may fluctuate, but my Monday topic is always an essential oil and a spiritual emotional use for that oil. Oh, look, if I leave the notice on, I have like a little light. So Monday's an oil and an emotional tool for shifting your mood or dealing with your emotional health. And then Wednesdays I might do book reviews or something. I haven't decided yet. But that's what I'm talking about. Like, you take the things you've learned and you quit just thinking about them and thinking about how nice it would be to do them, and you put them on a calendar and then you do them. You write it down. If you don't write it down, you know it's not going to get done. So you put it on your calendar, you make a commitment with a friend, you put it on Facebook publicly. You can sort of like pre-publicly shame yourself. If you put it on Facebook and make this huge public commitment, sometimes it's a little easier to hold yourself accountable because you don't want, God forbid somebody says, hey, what happened to that project? And you have to say, oh, well, I didn't do it because I'm a slacker and like to think about stuff rather than actually do it. So anyway, right. Make a public commitment, hold yourself accountable. That's if you want these things to happen, and understand that they're not going to happen A, B, C, D, E. You're going to say, I'm going to write a book, and you're going to schedule the time, 30 minutes a day. You're going to make your plot. You're going to do an outline. If you do an outline, I don't usually because I am a bit of a slacker on details. Then when the morning comes and you don't want to write, you do it anyway because you've turned pro and you're treating your project as a professional project. So you don't want to go to work one day. Well, you get up and go anyway. You don't feel like taking a shower, you take a shower anyway. You do it anyway. So the day comes you don't want to write that day, you do it anyway. It's that same skill that you've already got. Oh, wow, there's like 3 bats. That's great. Less bugs for us. You hold yourself accountable and understand the process is not linear, but you do show up every day. Consistent effort is cumulative. So you can't write 30 minutes one day, skip a day, write 2 hours for 3 days, and then skip a month. It doesn't work like that. Not if you want to be successful. So that's my evening book recommendation. I'm going to sit here and watch these bats eat all the yucky bugs and listen to Buck snort. I don't know what he's doing. And thanks for joining me. So Steven Pressfield, read The War of Art first if you're into serial things. You can pick these up and read them individually. You can start reading them and stop reading them. You don't have to make yourself finish if you don't like them. No one's watching and keeping score if you finish a book before you start the next book. Isn't that funny? The War of Art, then read Turning Pro if you want to build on them, and then read the work. Do the work. Do the fucking work. Sit down and do it. Make a plan and stick to it, and be flexible as to how it's going to happen. But you'll see. You know how to do it. Okay, thank you. Have a good night. I don't know. Can you guys hear the crickets? Or the katydids? They're so loud. And frogs. I was going to see if I could turn the camera and show you the sky, but it's not going to turn. Can you hear it? Nice. Very nice. Can't see Buck, it's too dark. Okay, me and the bugs and the dog will see you Monday. Have a great weekend. Thank you for coming.